Hello students. This is your biology class. So first of all, I am going to introduce our last previous lecture, which is based upon small intestine. So today, first of all, we take a review according to some question. So please open your practice question number 7.1 on your SB16. So which gland in the small intestine help in digestion? So there are two glands, liver and pancreas. So what is the difference between absorption and assimilation? So absorption, a process by which digested food passes through the wall of the small intestine into the blood, and in the other hand, assimilation, the transportation of digested food from the small intestine to different cell. So in case of absorbed nutrient pass into the blood, and absorbed nutrient are transport to all part of body. So these are the difference. So next is, if there were no villi in small intestine, how would digestion be affected? So no assimilation will take place. Absorbed nutrient will keep getting accumulate in small intestine, and the other part of our body will not receive any nutrient. So next is question number 4, page number 21 on your NCERT exercise. So open your NCERT page number 21. So you have to see this slide according to your matching. So in column 1 given a food component, in column 2 the product of digestion. So mean carbohydrates, that is sugar, protein is amino acid, and fat is fatty acid and glycerol. So question number 5, what are villi and what is their location and function? So villi are finger like structure on the inner wall of small intestine, and the function, the villi help absorbed nutrients to pass through them into the blood vessel, from where they can be transported to all part of the body. So question number 6 is, where is bile produced? Which component of food does it help to digest? So bile produced in the liver, it helps in digesting fats. So students, today we have discussed the large intestine. So nutrition will learn about large intestine and digestion. The structure of a large intestine. The large intestine is a wide and short tube that is about 1.5 meter in length. It receives the undigested and absorbed food from the small intestine. In this diagram, labeling with a blue arrow, that is large intestine. So some food materials such as corn, coconut cannot be digested. The function of a large intestine, it converts the undigested food into feces by absorbing useful components such as water, salt and vitamin from it. Digestion, the undigested food becomes semi-solid and is stored in rectum. until it is removed through the anus. This is known as egestion. So structure of and function of rectum. Rectum connect the large intestine to the anus. It is approximately 10 to 15 centimeter long. It stores the feces until they are ingested out of the body. So the anus is opening where the digestive tract ends. The feces are removed through the anus from time to time. So fiber present in food which help the easy movement of the feces. Food rich in fiber included wheat, barley, pears, berries, nuts, seeds, melon and oranges. They have a rich in fiber. So students, after a large intestine, we practice some question number 8 and 9.1 on your SB 17. So open your supplementary book SB 17. So first of all we see on slide 9.1. So labeling the part of human digestive system and describe the structure and function of each picture which is shown in a slide. So first is the structure and function. So that is the large intestine. Structure, it is wider, shorter tube. The small intestine, that is about 1.5 meter in length. And what is the function? It receives undigested food, absorbed food from the small intestine. It converts undigested food into feces by absorbing water, salt, vitamin from it. It passes the waste to the rectum. So next one is, that is rectum. It connects the large intestine to the anus. It is approximately 10 to 15 centimeter. The function, it stores the feces until they are egested out of the body. So after that, name is anus, and structure, it is opening where digestive tract end. The feces are removed through anus from time to time. So students, we practice some NCERT exercise question number 3 on page number 20 and 21. So first of all, tick the correct answer, which is following. Fat is completely digested in the small intestine. And next is, water from the undigested food is absorbed mainly in a large intestine. So question number 8. Why do we get instant energy from glucose? We get instant energy from glucose because glucose is a simpler form of carbohydrates. Hence, glucose need not be broke any further. Anywhere, whenever we consume glucose, it directly get absorbed in the blood and provide energy. So question number 9. Absorption of food, that is small. So first of all, which part is digestive canal is involved in? First is absorption of food, small intestine, chewing of food, buccal cavity, killing of bacteria, stomach, and complete digestion of food, small intestine, and formation of feces, the large intestine. So that is the question number 11 on your page number 21. So first column presenting some organs which are salivary glands, stomach, liver, rectum, and small intestine, large intestines. And other side, having some column 2, we have to match the suitable secretion, like a liver is salivary gland is the saliva secretion, and stomach is acid release. For example, liver is bile juice secretion, and rectum is release of feces, small intestine digesting incompleted, and large intestine absorption of water. So question number 13 on your page number 21. Can we survive only on a raw leafy vegetable grass? So we need different nutrients such as carbohydrates, vitamin, fat, protein and minerals from different food sources from the proper functioning of our body. So if we eat only raw leafy vegetable grass, we will not get required amount of nutrients. So if this is prestige for a long time, we won't be able to survive. Also, raw vegetable may not be digested easily as compared to cooked food. So student, if you have any problem related to today's topic, you have to text me or call me anytime. Thank you.